Good catch. I'm like fucking Tom Brady in this room with that microphone, son. Okay, what's your name? Where are you from?
Derek Cox from Reno, Nevada.
Reno, Nevada. Derek. All right, Derek, what are you experiencing?
Excitement. We screwed up and told the truth at the very beginning. So a little bit of rawness and some emotion.
Did you screw it up?
Well, I'm going to say that we got a jump start because we started telling the truth early.
Okay, now look at the difference between that. I screwed up. I got a jump start. See, that was a big shift for me too, Derek. It actually happened at about 3 o'clock in the morning watching an 8 Mile movie with Eminem. Very, very end clip. He figured out one little secret. For some reason, it fucking changed me. He just told everybody everything they were going to say about him anyways, and realized then nobody has anything to say. You want to be the most powerful man in a business negotiation? Have nothing to fucking hide. You want to double down on that? Be ironclad clear about what the fuck you want, what you're committed to. So you want to change some shit in your world? You better fucking tell the truth about where you are, and you better take a stand for where the fuck you're going to go. You're not clear about those 2 points, you're done. And Derek, what fucks that up for us are the lies. So, repeat. I'm going to spin around. Okay, good. We're going to pretend like it's the first time. What's your name? Where are you from?
Derek from Reno, Nevada.
Derek from Reno. What are you getting?
What am I getting? Some excitement, some raw emotion. We're being truthful from each other and getting a jump start on people.
Okay, cool. Now, I want you to do, I'm going to spin it one more time, because then you swung clear to the other end of the spectrum. Okay, notice it's going to be really tough. Y'all been taught to fucking hype or hide? You hype shit or you hide? It's crazy. Like, we've been trained to do this. We go to hype, which is then we become too fucking smiley. Or we become over-exaggerant in the way that we're talking about shit. We're like, ah! And now everybody knows you're bullshitting too. There's pure like excitement. There's not a problem with hype. We got hype men. We got great stuff here. You're going to get to hear from a lot of them this week. But inside of this, if we get stuck in that extreme of just going to hype, we're just covering it up in a different way. The other side is we just go to quiet. Or we use a ridiculous statement like, I don't know. The fun part about I don't know is you tell me I don't know, I'll be like, okay, well, let's pretend like you did know. What would it be? And magically, your mind always finds an answer. So, Derek, you just went to the other side, which you went a little hypey on me. And then you put on the smile. It was a bullshit smile. It's all right, though. Here, you don't have to fucking be hypey. You also don't have to hide. Which means if you got some cool shit going on, you get to own that. Because part of the problem about being a powerful businessman today is that we've also been trained to not actually tell the truth about how fucking good we're doing. So it's this weird fucked up thing. If you're not doing so well, you lie about how well you're doing to cover up the fact that you're not doing so well. And then when you start doing well, you start making up shit about how you're not doing well, so because you feel stupid for the fact that you're doing well. Raise your hands if you know what the fuck I'm talking about. It makes no goddamn sense. I don't understand who fucking created this shit. Somehow I was living it. When I was doing well, I would downplay it. Nah, you know, it's just luck. I'm just blessed. It's just blah, 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 blah. That was hype, Derek. I went with 2 hands. Everybody knows, including my wife. That's bullshit. So inside of it, we just get to come right down the middle path, which is just like, here's what I'm experiencing. If you're pumped, you get to experience being pumped. If you're pissed, you get to experience being pissed. If you're in fuck you motherfucker mode, we're okay with that here. If you're like in deep emotional, can't even barely talk because the snot's running, we're okay with that too. And it doesn't matter how big or jacked you are or how unjacked you are, short you are, tall you are, color your skin, religion you come from, Muslim, Jew, Christian, some other thing. It doesn't matter to us. As long as in the middle of all that conversation, Derek, you feel it's okay to just be you. And that was the problem with me going to most business events, that you couldn't actually have real conversations. Everybody's trying to tell you about all the cool shit they're doing, but most of it's bullshit. And nobody wants to have a real conversation. So I could come in here, we could mimic all the other cool events that teach you really cool tactical shit. And then you'll go home and you won't do any of it. Like, you'll just come learn all this shit. You might even be cool as fuck and have some yellow pads. I had yellow pads. You just ride on the yellow pads. You're like, fuck yeah, dude, I'm going to events learning shit. But in the holidays, everybody else isn't doing anything. I'm going to events and learning some shit. I'm writing it down. I'm going to go home, and I'm not going to do a goddamn thing with it. Because Christmas is going to hit. Nothing's going to change about the way I see myself. Nothing's going to change about how I do shit. Because no tactic will change the game inside of you of going from hiding to hype. You want to know why your marketing sucks ass? It sucks because you're fucking hiding or you're hyping. You're either hiding how good shit actually is that you could offer the world, or you're hyping it up. Nobody believes either end. When you hide, nobody believes it. When you hype, nobody believes it. So you just get to experience this combination in the end that actually has these moments of quiet and these moments of deep intensity up high. But in the real game of life, it's right in the middle. Business is the same way. When I figured this out, my businesses went to tens of millions of dollars in 3 or 4 years. Like multiple. And everyone's like, well, how are you doing this? And I was like, I've been a businessman for 17 years, but what I didn't figure out until the last 6 or 7 was how to stop hiding and hyping. So long before it was cool to talk about authenticity, and long before a lot of motherfuckers started copying Wake Up Warrior, long before all that shit was popular, I figured out a few years ago, Derek, that there was this one thing I did have, and I didn't have much money at the time. This was 9 years ago. I didn't have much money at the time when I first discovered this idea of just telling the truth. Didn't have a marriage that was working. Didn't have a family life that was working. Barely had a body that was working. And I uncovered this one little gem inside. That I may not have a lot of shit right now, but the one thing that I can be is the most honest man in the room. And not hide. And so I did. And I got tons of reps years before people thought it was fucking cool to be authentic. And I lost people in my life and family and friends and people in business, my family members, my associates, people just fucking bailed on me. And that's okay because all those relationships were built in hiding and hype. And I wanted something down the middle that was real. So Derek, now what are you hearing?
I'm here to learn. I'm big because I'm really insecure inside. I fantasize about other people when I got a beautiful wife. I'm a fitness trainer and I struggle with my own way, and marketing and sales sucks, and I want to learn marketing and sales. And I need a path, and I need something to say, hey, stay motivated, dude. Don't get excited and then fall apart. I went through the last month thing, and then I traveled and fell off. And that's where I'm at.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna kill this fucking country club clap thing that keeps fucking happening. This is another problem with hyping and hiding. Like, the only place this shit happens is church with maybe some call outs, which I'm cool if you're at church, you wanna do that. But this like clappy shit has to end. Has to end. Does this thing work? Is it on? Okay. You know how long I waited for one of these fucking things in my room? Coach Sam's out of his mind. He was shooting it all last night. Okay. Instead of like giving him one of these, we'll let him have his moment, and that's, guess what we'll give him? We'll give him a 2 clap, because that's what we do here. The clappy thing that starts making me drift into like, you know, I'm at the Rotary fucking club or something. I'm at a local B&I event. I'm at a bullshit marketing conference. So, great job, Derek. That was fucking solid. You experienced all ranges. You apologized, hiding. You went to hype, and then you went to holy. You went from hiding to hype to holy. And holy for us is being in the truth, and that's where you're at. And it's fucking encouraging. and inspiring. How many of you watching this evolve in Derek have noticed the same patterns in yourself? Raise your hand. Derek, look around. Keep your hands up. Look around. Great deal. Hands down. Now here's the thing. You're never alone here, but you're going to have to do the work yourself. Nobody can do it for you, and nobody can do it for any of you. I can't do it for you. I won't do it for you. I tried that for a while. What it ends up is you end up hating me. For a moment, you will glorify me as some deity. And I got a high off of saving people. I was like, oh, fuck, I'll just put you on my shoulders, Derek. You're a big guy, but I'll just lift you up there, and I'll carry you along to your results. The problem was when we landed at this place called Results, you turned and you said, thank you, you saved my fill in the blank. And I'll be like, oh, yeah, I did. That was awesome. And then you and I both had an awakening. And the awakening was that those results weren't yours, they were mine. Because I fucking lifted you there. Which means I got stronger. Which means your results that we're saying are your results are actually mine. And the minute, Derek, you realized that your results that you thought were yours were actually mine because I fucking carried your ass to the finish line, that means that you didn't get anything from the experience. And then you hate me. You hate me because you think I stole your results. And the truth, I did fucking steal your results. There is no salvation in this room for you. If you came looking for somebody to save you, you are in the wrong room. Your business struggles right now, nobody else's fault but your own. Your marketing, your sales, your systems, your leadership, your teamwork, your branding, anything that we're going to talk about there's no one to fucking blame but you. That is good news. Derek, why is that good news?
Because I can improve.
Because you can what?
Improve.
Yeah, because if you fucked it up, the good news is you can fix it. If I fucked you up, well, now you're going to have to wait until I fix it. Now you're back in this hostage situation. It's not the president's fault. It's not your pastor's fault. It's not your wife's fault. Your marriage is falling apart. It's your fucking fault. Kids don't like to talk to you. That's your fucking fault. Is it okay to have your mind wander even though you have a beautiful wife? Yeah, it's called being a guy. And any guy that says his mind doesn't do that is full of shit. But it's one thing to have it wander, and it's another thing to have it wander, and then you go for a walk with it. Because going for a walk with it leads to other things. Cheating, and leads to a whole bunch of other shit that fucks a business up far faster than having Facebook ads that aren't converting. Well, my ads aren't converting. I hear you. I hear your ads aren't converting. It appears that you're not converting at home either. And your current greatest loss on your ad spend is what you're not spending at home. Your marriage is fucking up your business more than anything else you are doing. But the good news is you created that. And the good news also with that is that if you put your marriage back in alignment, you'll be amazed at how fast you fucking blow through the doors in business. It's different. How many of you have left the house to go handle some shit in business, but you left under duress and a fight with your wife? Raise your hand. Derek, get your hands up, armpit. Derek, get it way up. Both of them, all the way up. Big ass biceps. There you go. Okay? Hands down. How many of you have left the house like totally on fire? Like you got blowjob in the shower, or some shit went down sexually that morning, or it was great, or you just are connected and talking. Maybe it was all of that. Great sex, great conversation, connected, and then you went out to go hunt the buffalo and go to work. How many have had that experience? Okay, I like it. Michael Isom in the back. Well done. Hands down. Now here's the crazy part. If I followed your profitable path, the days where you are on fire with your woman are the days you don't hesitate in business. But when you're fucked up in your head, or my guys that are single that can't figure out which of the 6 women on Tinder you're going to hook up with tomorrow night, and then you tell me you got an ad spend problem, I was like, you don't have an ad spend problem. You have a dick directional problem. As you can't focus because you got a goddamn 2x4 fully ready to go down low. All the blood to think through your ad spin is stuck in your cock and balls. How many of you know I'm not fucking around with this? Raise your hands. Good, hands down. How many of you know there is no room in the planet you could go to where we're about to set up the conversation of business this way? Raise your hands. Well done. So now we're going to give Derek a little love. 2 clap. Boom. 2 clap. Boom. 2 clap. Boom. Beautiful. Throw it back, my man. All right. Go down in your journal. Warm up. You got 2 minutes. You're writing. You're going to write some of the most important things you've put down so far, which is what are you taking from the first 2 hours of this event? What is hitting your heart and mind? You got 2 minutes. It's not a time to talk, fuck around, go to your phone. You already saw what happens those here. Go to your warm up and begin to write. You got 2 minutes. What are your insights that are coming into your mind and heart so far in this experience? Off you go.
The miracle will happen. It might not happen the first time you open it. It might not happen the second time you open it. But I promise you this, at some point this will fucking click and your life will be unrecognizable.
I became a different man. I don't compromise. I don't negotiate. I have this clarity and certainty of where I'm going, and I don't negotiate with anyone.
You can't put a dollar figure on that. And this right here is all the work, all the effort of all the men that have come before me in the palm of your hands. It's an opportunity for you to change your own life and change the lives of those that are around you.
And even in the start, I started to change. There's been a lot of work. I've done a fuck ton of work. I devoured the content once I got it. I studied, I worked, I made it my priority because there was nothing I was going to do that was going to help the rest around me, to be, I didn't know how to be a better father. I didn't know how to be a better husband.
My relationship with my wife is on its peak. For that, I'm very grateful. My business has exploded, and that is because this concept of warrior is growing from the inside out.
And I just would say, why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you take that chance? Why wouldn't you find enough value in yourself to make this decision, become part of a movement, a brotherhood? It's the best thing I've ever done.
It's too hard to do it by yourself. And I don't choose to do it by myself anymore, and now I don't have to.
The results came. I changed. I found my way out.
It wouldn't have mattered what that cost would have been, because I knew there was no price I could put on leveling up. There was no price I could put on my family and my kids and my wife and becoming a better version of myself. There's no price tag. There's no price.
And the best news is in the decision, the change begins. If you decide, your life has already changed in that one decision, in that 1 second.